Today we're talking thighly delicious. That's right, competition chicken thighs on the offset smoker.
That's right, these flavors run deep. These thighs are so good it's gonna make you question all of your life choices.
We're breaking it down step by delicious step into how we cook competition chicken thighs on an offset smoker.
Hang tight, because we're gonna show you these insider tips right after this intro.
It's not just about chicken today, it's about thighology.
We're definitely not gonna say that.
Let's get down to business with these beautiful chicken thighs. Today we're breaking down the exact technique to give your competition chicken thighs an explosive flavor that the judges love.
And to give your chicken thighs these layers of flavor, follow these 3 tips that I'm going to give you woven throughout the video. First is about the prep and the shape of the chicken. We're going to show you how to get that beautiful uniform pillow shape that's going to give you a really good presentation for the judges and an even cook on the chicken thigh.
Next, we're going to show you our unique cooking method that gives you incredibly tender skin and that beautiful bite through that we're looking for.
And thirdly, we're going to show you how to impart layers of flavor into your chicken thighs using our Bluff City Rub and our Bluff City Glaze. All right, so we have chicken thighs here. These are all natural chicken thighs. Now, when you do competition, you want to make sure that you get about 16 to 20 of them. We have 8 here just for video purposes, but we're going to get this one prepped up as well. All right, we have this knuckle bone right here at the bottom. We want to make sure we cut that out. You take your knife, put it right there in between the meat and the bone, just like that. And then you see this bone right here at the bottom. We're going to take that and shave it flat. Just like that. So we're going to take the skin and peel it back. You notice 2 sides. One side where the skin's kind of hanging off, it's really attached to the side. And this one right here is actually on top of the meat. So we're going to pull this off, just back. We're going to still leave it attached. And then the opposite side here, we're going to take it and shave it off where it meets the meat, right here. Just like that. Now we're going to look for any excess fat around the chicken thigh. So we got some right up here. We're going to cut all that out. We square up the chicken so it cooks evenly. Perfect. We're going to take our skin. We're going to fold that over the meat just to practice how we're going to form it up before we throw it in our pan. Perfect. We're going to run through all of our chicken thighs just like that. We got all of our chicken thighs laid out and trimmed up. Every one of them's been trimmed, and I've kind of shaped them up into our pillow shape. This is not our final shape. This is why you're going to cook 16 to 20 of these things at a time, because you see this one right here is way larger than the rest of them, and you're trying to find the most uniform cuts of chicken that you possibly can. This right here is the chicken skin. We're going to try to make this bite through, and so typically what people do is they take a knife and they scrape all that. We're not going to do that today. We have a makeshift meat tenderizer, which is similar to a jacquard. We're going to take it, we're going to shape it up just like it's going into the box. We're going to take it and we're just going to puncture and perforate the skin of the chicken all the way down, just like that. We're going to throw these inside of a brine mixture or chicken broth. Either one's fine. Today here at Bluff City, you know we like layers of flavor, so we got to kick it up a notch. Joe, add me a little chicken broth in here.
You mean the first layer of flavor?
First layer
of flavor. Chicken and chicken broth.
This makes your chicken is nice and submerged. And now we're going to add about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of our Bluff City Rub, which you will find this recipe in the description below. Beautiful. This is going to add to the color and another layer of flavor to our chicken. We're going to let this sit in here for about 3 to 5 hours before our cook.
All right, step 1 to getting our Oklahoma Joe set up. Go ahead and get our firebox open. We've already got a full set of coals here in our chimney. We're going to dump them in. Now that we got all of our coals in on the Oklahoma Joe, we're going to go ahead and set up a little tic-tac-toe start here. Well, we're going to let these go for about an hour. And once we get a good bed of coals, we're ready to throw these chicken thighs on.
All right, so we have our chicken thighs here. They've been in the fridge. They've been sitting in our chicken broth and our rub mixture for about 5 hours. Let's go ahead and get them out of the bag. When you take these out, you're going to lay them with the tops down. And we have a pan here with a rack that's raised up to let the chicken drip some of that moisture off. All right, so we have our Bluff City Rub here. Remember, you're going to see the recipe in the description below. We're going to season the bottom of our chicken thighs pretty heavily. This is another layer of flavor we're adding on the chicken. All right, we're going to flip these over after we got the bottom half seasoned. We're going to roll the skin back. We're going to season the tops of the chicken. Add a little bit more rub right there on top of the chicken meat itself. Make sure you coat it very well because it's going to go into a butter bath. A lot of the seasoning will come off. All right, so we have our chicken thighs all seasoned, top and bottom. Now we're gonna make our nice pillow shape. So take the skin, form the chicken up really nicely. We got our chicken thighs all a nice, shapely back up in the pillows. We're gonna take these, we're gonna place it in our aluminum pan. Remember how you place it in here is how it's gonna seize up while it's cooking, so you wanna make sure it's formed up very nice when it goes in. All right, we got our chicken in our pan. It's nice and uniform, shaped up nicely. We have our rub here, and we're gonna sprinkle our rub evenly over the top, ever so gently, over our chicken thighs to give it a nice color on top as it cooks. And basically what we're doing is adding another layer of flavor. Now we got 2 sticks of butter. We've already cut it up into pats. We're going to take our butter and we're just going to line the edge of the pan. You can get you some olive oil spray, avocado spray, butter spray, whatever you want. Just spray the top of the skin to help it crisp up and break down and render while it's on the grill.
All right, Greg, I appreciate you getting these chicken thighs seasoned up, buttered, ready to go. Now, something unique to Bluff City is we call it our render and tender. It's our 2-step cooking plan. The first step is we're going to be cooking right around 310 because that is going to be rendering out the fat. We're going to cook these chicken thighs uncovered. That's going to allow them to absorb some of the smoke from our applewood flame we've got going. That's going to give us a beautiful color as they cook. We've been cooking around 300, 310 for 1 hour and 30 minutes. We finished the rendering portion. We've rendered all the fat out of our chicken thighs. All right, one of the things we're gonna do is cover this aluminum foil. That's gonna keep us from taking on any more smoke or over smoking the chicken thighs. And the other thing we're gonna do last is go ahead and probe our chicken thighs until we get to somewhere around 200. The meat really starts to break down about 185. That's where we get our tenderness, and that's gonna be our final chance to render out the fat on these competition chicken thighs.
All right, so our chicken thighs are smoking on the grill. They're getting rendered off. We're gonna go ahead and make a glaze for the competition chicken thighs on this offset Oklahoma Joe smoker. So we have a really good barbecue sauce here. Now you can use your favorite. We like a deep mahogany color to our barbecue sauce. So this is Blue's Hog that we're using for our barbecue sauce base. So we're gonna pour that in. A couple things we're gonna use to thin this out. This is really thick and we don't want it super thick. I'm gonna use a cup of Blue's Hogs and a half a cup of Frank's Red Hot sauce. It's going to help thin it out. It's going to give it a little bit of a kick. A 1/4 cup of cider vinegar, 1/4 cup to half a cup of brown sugar here. And then we have 2 limes, and we're just going to squeeze these in. This lime juice gives it a really good kick at the end. Now we're just going to get this all mixed up. All right, so we got our glaze mixed up. We're going to go ahead and heat it up while the chicken thighs are finishing their cook. We're going to use this to dunk our chicken thighs in, but we're going to go ahead and heat it up. We're going to pour sauce in here. And I like these pans because they're real malleable. So if we get a fat chicken thigh, I can just kind of widen the pan out a little bit. That way I can dunk it in here, but I want it to be deep so I can submerge the chicken thigh fully. But we're gonna go ahead and put this on the grill right over here to the side. Let that heat up while our chicken thighs finish off on the smoker. All right, our chicken thighs at good temp. We're gonna go ahead and set our glaze on our chicken thighs. Let's open these bad boys up. Looking really good, swimming in that butter bath. We'll take our sauce right here. We're gonna move our pan to the side, that way we can place our chicken thighs on there. We're gonna take each one of these thighs, pick them up very gently, and we're gonna dunk them in our glaze, just like that. Right back out. And place it right back on our grill. Now we're gonna let this glaze sit on there for about 15 minutes. These chicken thighs should be good to go. Our competition chicken thighs I had the glaze set for about 15 minutes. They're looking delicious. We're gonna take these guys off and we're gonna get them boxed. Now this is just an example. Now you wanna make sure you pick the most uniform, similar chicken thighs you can find. That's why you cook 16 to 20 of these things, but we did 8 just for video purposes. We're gonna take them off and we're gonna set them in the box in the most uniform fashion we possibly can before you close your lid.
Backyard competition chicken thighs on the offset smoker. It's got that deep mahogany color Memphis is known for. Yo, cooking with that Bill Street beat today, bro. The secret to juicy chicken is in the thiness. My wife loves that thigh meat. One thing I love about chicken thighs is it's easy on the wallet and big on the flavor.
Oh, let it roll, Joe. Let it roll.